Hello, my name is Brett McMurtry, and I am a transportation engineer who works for Urban Systems and is working with City of Saskatoon staff on the Neighbourhood Bikeways project. Welcome to the 31st Street Corridor video in our Neighbourhood Bikeways series. This video will provide a summary of the findings from the existing conditions review and first round of public engagement. This video will also highlight why 31st Street was selected as the preferred bikeway route and share the recommended designs for the corridor. The study was tasked with selecting either 29th Street or 31st Street West as the recommended bikeway corridor. Both corridors extend approximately 30 blocks between Idlewild Drive and Circle Drive. Both corridors allow people walking and biking to access underpasses under Circle Drive, allowing them to continue to or from the west. Access is provided to a number of schools, parks, and recreational facilities on both corridors. The top map shows that along much of both the 29th Street and 31st Street corridors, sidewalks exist on at least one side of the street. The second map shows that two transit routes run on sections of the 29th Street corridor and no transit routes run the 31st Street corridor. The last map shows that average on-street parking utilization is fairly low along both streets during most times of the day. When looking at the volumes on both corridors, 29th Street has approximately 4 times the amount of traffic as 31st Street, with about 4,000 vehicles per day on 29th Street and only 1,000 on 31st Street. When asked what the advantages of each corridor are, community members identified the following. Advantages of 29th Street West include closer and better connected to downtown, more direct since there are no gaps due to parks, trees and center median are attractive, good alternative to the 23rd Street West Bicycle Boulevard, and already has 4-way stops at major intersections. Advantages of the 31st Street West corridor include better connections to the 33rd Street West multi-use pathway, lower traffic volumes than 29th Street West, a better connection with Saskatchewan Polytechnic, and no transit routes. Overall, the feedback received from the public showed a mixed preference between the two corridors. Based on the feedback received and the higher traffic volumes on 29th Street West, the project team has selected 31st Street West as the recommended corridor. When asked what community members would like to see improved for either of the corridors, the most common responses included maintaining on-street parking, improve connections to Saskatchewan Polytechnic campus and the 33rd Street West multi-use pathway, slow down traffic, improve safety at major intersections, improve facilities through parks, better signage, and improve connections under Circle Drive. The opportunities and challenges identified through the first round of public engagement have directly influenced the recommended designs presented in the following slides. A shared street neighborhood bikeway is recommended for the 31st Street West corridor that transitions to a multi-use pathway through Pierre Radisson Park. The next slides will highlight some of the design treatments recommended for the corridor. Between Avenue W and Avenue T, at Avenue W, a new all-way stop control intersection with curb extensions and painted crosswalks is recommended and will provide a new connection to the proposed multi-use pathway to the Circle Drive underpass. Parking will be maintained on both sides of the street for the entire corridor. Curb extensions and traffic circles are proposed at intersections to slow down motor vehicle traffic and improve safety for people walking and biking. And new sidewalks are proposed for the north side of 31st Street, pending further feasibility review. For the next section from Avenue S to Avenue P, recommendations include continuing to maintain parking, adding a new traffic circle at Avenue R to slow traffic speeds and improve safety for people walking and biking, and continuing the new sidewalks on the north side of the street, pending further feasibility reviews. Between Avenue P and McMillan Avenue, the design includes a new pedestrian and cyclist activated signal to improve intersection safety at Avenue P, new sidewalks to improve pedestrian safety for school children, on-street parking maintained, and a new always stop intersection with curb extensions and painted crosswalks to improve connections to the new pathway through Pierre Radisson Park. Between Pierre Radisson Park and Avenue K, the design includes adding this new multi-use pathway to improve the connection through the park, changing the north-south traffic from yield to stop control, filling in sidewalk gaps to improve pedestrian safety, pending further feasibility reviews, and maintaining on-street parking. Avenue K to Avenue G, the recommended design includes a new pedestrian and cyclist activated signal at Avenue H, filling in the sidewalk gaps, changing yield signs for north-south traffic to stop signs, continuing on to Avenue G to Avenue D. Similar to the previous sections, the design includes bike route signage to direct cyclists around Ashworth Homes Park, changing yield signs to stop signs for north-south traffic, and maintaining on-street parking. And for the last section of 31st Street, the design includes a new cyclist activated signal at Idlewild Drive to improve connectivity and safety for people biking, changing the yield signs to stop signs for north-south traffic, and maintaining all on-street parking. Finally, the project also recommends safety improvements to 29th Street at major intersections. The safety improvements along 29th Street include intersection improvements at Avenue W, Avenue P, and Avenue H. Curb extensions will make for the intersection safer by shortening the crossing distances for people walking, improving sight lines for motorists, and improving the intersection alignment for people driving. Over the coming weeks, we will continue to collect your feedback through calls, emails, letters, the upcoming virtual open houses, and the Engage page. Thanks for watching. We look forward to hearing from you soon.